Hi, I'm Ben Province, and here's a look at what's coming up later on Show Me the Music.
I think it's just us trying to do something different. A lot of bands out there, they have a lot of songs about partying and doing this or that, and for us it's really kind of trying to connect with fans and stuff that maybe Ryan's been through, you know, lyrically. That definitely comes out, stuff he's been through his life, and just kind of trying to help people.
But first, meet the Blu Skies.
I'm just a little bit insecure. But I open the curtain, let the light shine down on the floor.
And joining me now are the guys from the Blu Skies. Guys, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Well, first I want to get to the name. The Blu Skies, no E in blue. What does it all mean?
It's so secretive.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting, actually. When I was thinking up the name itself really just kind of comes from the idea of, you know, just expansion with no limits, you know, just like a limitless blue sky. So then I started searching the name, and Blu Sky or Blu Skies is in front of so many different things. So I tried it without the E, and I got a lot less hits that way. So really there is no major secret other than it was more direct to do it without the E on there. So, and it looked a little cooler, you know, so. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's true. And Michael, you were added to the band in the fall. How did that relationship come about?
Well, Matt and I have kind of run into each other around the Alton area where we're from. We both live. Never played music together, and approached me about joining in. And one thing led to another. We met up at Lu Fest, I believe, and got the CD, got familiar with the songs, got interested. I knew some of the other guys from high school, you know, back in the day, and it kind of just clicked from the get-go.
Yeah, we met up at the Wilco show at Lu Fest.
Right.
We should probably mention that.
Right.
That's a huge influence of ours, so
Right.
you know.
Absolutely. And you talked about the CD, very personal, very introspective record. What was your inspiration in writing it?
Oh, that's a pretty broad question. You know, really a lot of those songs on that record, there's a lot of self-reflection in there. I went through some pretty rough times about 3 or 4 years ago. So a lot of those are kind of like some self-exploration and kind of self-therapy, if you will, through the writing process. And that's kind of, you know, what the core of the album is.
Absolutely, and you mentioned Wilco was a big influence. I hear that on the album, but you kind of have a really wide array of influences, from Wilco to the Allman Brothers and Pink Floyd, and bands. Someone might be surprised that all those could go together so well, but you do. What's the trick to kind of compiling all that together in your record?
We were just talking about it, surrounding myself with excellent musicians, you know. Everybody has vast influences. The Allman Brothers section, you know, both Phil, the guitar player, and I, we have a lot of blues, jazz, classic rock background. For me, honestly, I kind of just bring the core, you know, here's a song, here's some chords, and here's the words. Right. You know, the song for me more than anything is the words and the melody. The rest is open for interpretation. You know?
Well, that's awesome. It's great that it's a collective unit, and it brings me to you, Michael. What influences do you bring to the band?
Well, as a keyboardist, I get influences from guys like Ben Montench from the Heartbreakers. Particularly when it comes to organ. Bruce Hornsby, guys from Wilco, great. I kind of just let them build the song musically. Let's see what it is, and add the keyboards kind of like to sprinkle on top at the very end. That's the way I kind of like to see it. Yeah. Leave space. It's all about keeping enough space for everybody to be present.
Awesome. And the CD came out in 2013, but you're working on a new one coming out.
We are. We haven't pinned down a name or anything yet, but we've been writing some new tunes. I've got basically a basket full of songs. You know, we had some tunes in the rotation, and then when Mike came in, he's kind of helped us rework with new ideas. Okay, that's great. Which is good, because it's kept things really fresh for us.
And we were talking before we started rolling the cameras. You're in, you know, all kinds of bands. As a fiddle player, what inspired you to take center stage and become the frontman and main songwriter for the Blu Skies?
Probably personal necessity. The real influence for all of my songs comes from direct life experience and the need to express that somehow.
Yeah.
As humans, we all go through the things we go through.
Yeah.
Good, bad, better, worse, indifferent, whatever, but we're all searching for our own individual way to express that. For me, it's music, you know.
Right.
I've always played guitar. I did that first. That's
Okay.
my primary instrument, really.
Okay.
At least it was. Maybe that's changed.
Right. Well, you're not just in a bunch of bands. You're also you're also an instructor at the Folk School St. Louis. Sorry, KDHX shirt.
Right.
What's that gig like?
Oh man, that's the best thing that's ever happened to me, honestly.
Awesome.
Working with other, aspiring musicians and musicians who just want to improve is probably the most rewarding aspect of the music business that I've been in. It's so cool to see the light bulb go off in somebody else and see the passion that I have, and to have anything to do with that, to just be in the room when it happens to somebody is cool. So, it's pretty neat.
Well, it's great that you're giving back, but I want to touch back on the album. Where can people go to pick it up and to keep track of you online?
You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on cdbaby.com as well, or you can find us on amazon.com.
Okay.
We do have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Blu Skies, BLU,
No E.
no E, Blu Skies. And we do have a website, which is blueskiesband.com.
Okay, awesome. Well, great.
there you go.
I want to thank the guys in the Blu Skies for stopping by. My name is Ben Province, and you're watching Show Me the Music.